Hi everyone, what's good? I'm here for yet another video. Well, today's topic, even though I find it interesting, this topic is somewhat touchy. This is why I gotta put a little disclaimer out there. I'm not here to bash or to talk in a negative way about a particular nation or country. I'm simply here to explain the reasons why I've come to the conclusion that I couldn't see my life in France, aka my home country. I'd like to keep the debate as open and constructive as possible. It's me, Estelle, and this is my expatriation dedicated channel where we talk about relocating, starting fresh, and building great projects for ourselves. Don't forget to check out my website and my socials for more expatriation related content. Without further ado, let's get to it. Now, why have I made the decision to leave my home country and never return? At least never return permanently. Well, I'm a human being unless proven otherwise, and I can't pretend I'm always able to make perfect decisions in this ideal headspace free of emotions and fantasies and dreams and delusions. That'd be quite unrealistic, right? All of that to say that some points that I'll be making in these videos may be less rational than others. And by the way, I've already touched a little bit on this topic on my website in an article about, the urge of living the here and now, external influences, social influences. So I'm gonna explain my own reasoning, my own thought process in 4 parts. So let's start at the very beginning with what triggered that propensity to say, hey friends, you know what? Screw you, y'all. I go. Fuck friends. Ciao, bitches. Au revoir. I'ma do me and I'm not gonna stay here. Now, don't get me wrong. It didn't come from a place of hatred. It came more from a place of curiosity, excitement, and open-mindedness. Like, hey, I want to see what's out there in the world. I started to develop this stateless mindset / behavior. Like, yeah, of course I'm French so far, nothing wrong with it. But that's not what defines me as a person, and that's certainly not what defines what I'm gonna do with my life and where I should live it. I don't even know if being patriotic is still a thing today. No, but I genuinely don't know because I'm mostly interacting with like-minded people or foreigners, so. But anyway, like I said, curiosity, excitement, the challenge of moving, because this is definitely challenging to move somewhere else and start fresh. And it forces you to step out your comfort zone, which I always look forward to doing. I like to be challenged, and it's new and it's fresh and it's exciting and it's intriguing. Reason number 2, you can always come back to your family, your town, your people, your friends. They are here. That's your roots. When you're missing your people, when you don't know where to go, when you need time to reflect, then there's no better time to return. Trust me, your family is not going to forget about you. Your family is not going to give up on you. They will always be there. That's just what family is meant to be. No matter how far you are, even if you're super far and you can't visit them every other weekend, there is no urge, and friends or your birth country, in that case, is always going to be there. Number 3, and this is where I'm slowly getting less rational. France remembers me of a particular period of my life that belongs to the past. And somehow, going back to stay here, it's like stepping into a time machine that brings me back there. You know what I mean? I mean, France to me is my fucking teenagehood, high school, the time I was sharing the same roof with both my parents and my sister. And trust me, I'd rather forget about my younger self, where I was young, dumb, and full of cum, like every one of us. So I definitely deal with this back to square one feeling that scares me, that scares the crap out of me, honestly. Also, you know what? Movement is an important element to my lifestyle. Movement in general. When I get to move my body, when I train, when I get to move physically, I'm traveling, when I'm watching a movie and I'm moved, emotionally speaking, Movement in all its sense is essential. And trust me, I'm not on crack. okay? Don't worry. I like to have an active lifestyle. So to me, moving equals growing, evolving, just like something is happening. We're getting there. I don't know how to explain. It's moving towards a goal, It makes me feel great. It makes me feel alive. It makes me feel like I'm moving on with life, So this is all, I think this is why subconsciously I associated traveling, relocating with something positive and a sign that your life is actually moving on and that you're achieving something, or that it's in the making, that the process is running. For there is this myth or this conception in that the grass is always greener on the other side. I think it's perfectly natural to seek the best situation. It's like you cross the first boulder, you go like, oh wow, actually I'm way better paid here than I used to. And then you get to cross the second boulder and you go like, wow, now on top of being well paid, I also have a sunny place. And then you want to cross the next boulder again because on top of a good pay, sunny, hot place, now you want palm trees, you want handsome dudes to cater to you or whatever. I want it all. It just goes on and on and on. And let me tell you this, when it comes to the salary, returning to France is definitely back to square one. Again, I don't want to be shady. Let's not pretend salary doesn't count. Come on, let's face it. At the end of the day, we all gotta eat, and the more I earn and the less I have to worry about it. And when crossing the goddamn border means earning twice as much, well, that deal may be worth a tiny bit of my attention, don't you think? Twice as much. Twice as much. If you tend to be ambitious and have those crazy high standards for yourself, if you're very choosy like myself, then that's good because it will bring you forward. But you gotta be careful because there are pros and cons to every single situation. So your ambition-driven ass facing thy reality, well, welcome to the infinite loop of unsatisfaction. You're never satisfied. You keep moving places. You turn like a fucking hamster. And forever. This will never stop. To break the circle, what you need here are other indicators. What I use at this point always is my gut feeling, because I'm always seeking a place where I feel I belong to, where I feel accepted, where I feel home. And this prevents me from being overly choosy and unrealistic and also making the bad decisions, because a place where you feel at home is so precious, and this is ultimately what I like to find. On another note, I also try to be grateful, but maybe that sounds super cliche and super obvious what I'm about to say here, but this crisis is here to remind us that, moving and traveling is a luxury, right? And we should be grateful for it, honestly, and try to be grateful for having the choice, basically. That's big. And that's something really positive that you can always hold on to. And there is no pressing time. I know back in my early 20s, I had the impression I had all the time in the world and that my entire life was ahead of me. And now that I'm getting in my late 20s, sometimes I feel a bit pressured to achieve a lot of things on my bucket list before I turn 30, which is completely stupid, I must say, because I don't want to think that I'm wasting my time. I'm learning about myself. I develop, I work on myself, and I can never say that I've wasted my younger years, because by no means would I trade the person I've become today for my younger self, ever. So to sum up, France is where I come from, and this is not where I go. I know this is weird, but this is really how I see that country. It's my country, it's in my heart, forever, but it's not where I'm headed to, you know what I mean? So, to sum up, France is the country in my heart, where my roots are, my family, my history is, and I'm headed to the future now, targeting a place that can meet my standards, the one I've built for myself over the course of the last years, and a place where I feel I belong and I feel great. That's it for me, beautiful people. You take care of yourself and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!